Witajcie wszyscy. We are here again. Let's see if that even works. There's some sound. Okay, just checking my awesome equipment, making sure everything's working. Really simple thing today. I had a request from a client to change out some motherboards from a case that looks like this, which I'll be putting the old board into, to a case that looks like this. So in here was a DX25. It's over there. I can't see that. I'll just bring it to you. This is what was in it, and this is what's going in. Slightly newer 386. Actually, the fastest one, a DX40. Can also, while it's out, I can check on my corrosion repair, which looks pretty solid. Yeah, not bad at all. Good. So I'll just get right into it. I've taken it all apart. Now we're just going to put it all back together. Now, the thing with the standoffs here is, I think they're different. There's one missing from there. I think I have a standoff bin of stuff somewhere here. Where's my bin of screws? Here. Okay. I'm running a little low on standoffs, but I seem to have found one in short order. So, yeah, you know what? I just remembered something. This board, by this board I mean the old board, has these weird standoffs that are like screwed into the back. So I'm going to have to remove them and place them in onto this board. So let us do that tedious task now. So nothing really special about this upgrade or this swap, I suppose. It's just random replacing the this is like a late 80s 386. You can see it with all the discrete chips and the larger size board. He just wanted something a little bit more performing than a 25 megahertz. So I'm going to give him a 40 megahertz. And then I'm going to partially reassemble the other 480 or 386 into another motherboard, into another case. To the original case that it was in. And because I have to do some hard drive moving around of drivers and stuff, and once you put the hard drive in that desktop case, it's hard to get out. So we're gonna just partially put it together. So yeah, these aren't really standoffs in the traditional sense of that they're plastic. These are the like XT types. We have to screw them in. The next one I'll take out. I'll bring it up to the camera. Oh, and I put it in backwards. I certainly did. Okay, so I'll show you this one, I guess. I would have to remove it. So it's just a brass standoff, like this. For some reason, this case came with the provisions for it, so that's what's going to happen. Just put them back in. I don't often get to work on XT systems. She had just got rid of a Juco Nest V30. I filmed some footage because I want to make a proper video, as in like, narration, script, editing. Probably after the semester's over, I might be able to squeeze in a proper video. Haven't done one since I moved here. And it would be nice, I think. Well, I just lost that nut, didn't I? Oh, there it is. So the hardware we're going to be using with this, the video card will be a Trident 8900C with 1 meg of RAM. It's an average card. The A's and B's were not super good. The C's were okay. The D's were actually quite good. I did a recent test, and we're going to leave that standoff in there because this board's shorter. And I need one there. Okay, put that there. Yeah, I did a test on. I did a comparison of the 8900D versus a Sang 4000, and in most applications it was slightly faster than a 386 style computer. Or was it a 40? I don't know. I have the raw footage. I just have to find time to make it into a proper full length, I suppose, video. Okay, that's nicely in there. I'm going to use these tweezers to get this random screw out. Okay, that's looking good. Yeah, screw you, IO card. Now I'm going to screw them in from the back. There should be a couple places here. The standoffs I just put in lined up somewhere. There's one at the top there. Where the hell's the other one? Oh, up here. Okay. So yeah, the reason it's going in this case is the client likes the case. It says, I want that computer, this motherboard, in that case. So yeah, shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, the off-camera prep work and getting the hard drive to work was a bit time-consuming because I had to get a 1.3 gig drive to work, and I didn't have the DDO software, the overlay for it. I had to download that. I had to use 3 different computers to try to make it work. Oh, I forgot something. I got a little too hasty because this computer, this case, has a front keyboard connector. And if I want to preserve that, I have to plug in the extension cable for it, which feeds off the back and goes into the case. So this motherboard was actually a lot easier to put in than taking the other full-length one out. So we got this. I've seen this only a handful of times as a tech in the 90s. I think I'm in cases just like this one. So this is an extension of the keyboard that plugs into the back where the keyboard normally would plug into and brings it out to the front. It's literally just an extension. So I gotta mention that to the dude. And be like, don't try to shove anything into the back. There's already something there. All right. What's the problem here? Yeah, no, that's good. So normally you would do this with the board out, but wasn't that big of a deal. It's in. Okay, realign that. Stick the CMOS battery back up here where the original one was. Nice. Let's put a card in, so get that out of the way. Right off of that. And give it some power. Some AT power, black to black as always. First one always goes in easy, and then the other one it's just a friggin' nightmare. Why? This is just annoying now. Well, then we'll do the other one first. Why do you have to make my life hard? One of them is bent a little bit. Okay. What about now? There. Okay. Good. Is it good? Is that good? That was good. Okay. Secure it to the back. Good. And I never get these on the first shot, but let's see if we can. Power and key lock. We got speakers next. These are all nice and labeled. That's very good. These are not labeled, but I'm gonna know that this one is the turbo switch. This one is the turbo LED, and I'm fairly sure the polarization on these is wrong. That's okay. Because we can do that live. Where's the? Oh, there. Yeah, this one is weird. This one didn't have the reset switch, but it has it here. Maybe I can find it. Okay, blue. What happens to the? There it is. Well, one of these cases doesn't have a reset switch. There it is. Blue. Okay, and let's get the video card in. Let's say 70 nanosecond, 8900C. So a half decent. I would say a decent card. It's not the worst. There's definitely worse cards than that. An ESS 1868F with a CD-ROM controller on it, which is already set up in software, so I'm just going to retain it. The drive I had in there was this weird Fujitsu 105 meg drive, which didn't really like talking to anything on the bus. No matter what they're not even jumpers. Like, they're just a series of dip switches. Here, check that out. Those are just dip switches. And there's different configuration. I spent like 20 minutes trying them all, and I just got it to work on the bus. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to not care about it being a separate drive. And I'm just going to make it... Am I going to have to get the drill? I think I might. No, just barely. I have to actually get the drill here because these are non-standard. The original drive that was in this case was a 42 meg Western Digital, and it, but I guess before any kind of standards for these screw holes. Is what I was saying with that other drive. Yeah, I got it to be detected, and I'm like, whatever. I have a sound card somewhere that has an IDE drive on it, an IDE header, so we'll just use that. And that's what I did. That's why I'm just reusing it now. This is a 1.3 gigabyte Maxter. You wanted something that was big. Didn't have to be error correct. You just said, I want to put a lot of stuff on it. So this fits that bill. I believe as configured, it has, I think, something like 300 megs free. There's a ton of games on here. All the entertainment packs, like all four of them. Netscape Navigator, I think, is on here, or Internet Explorer. One of the two is on there. Upgraded to the 32-bit extensions for Windows. Oh, and I upgraded to Windows 3.11 because it was Windows 3.1. So, okay. We're not too far from turning this thing on. I'm not going to bother screwing anything down in there because there may be problems. Where's my CD-ROM drive? Here we go. He also said put a fast CD-ROM in it. So CD952E for A open. I believe this is like a 52X or something. It could be slower than that, but it's pretty fast still. So that matches the case and everything. Colors are just about right. Same amount of... Actually, there isn't any yellowing on here, actually. It's a very nice case. I mean, aesthetically, I don't care for it. It's like a late 80s design. Like you'd find a 286 in here. Or at the worst, I mean, at the best, I suppose, would it be like a 386 SX20. Then they went with different case designs in the 90s. This is a very old. Maybe that's why he likes it. I don't know. I don't care. I don't hate it. It's just not my particular taste, I suppose. So this is except the I/O card. These are the guts of the other computer. So this should just all be plug and play. Shouldn't be any problems with it, but I'm sure there will be. As 50% of the time, something does go wrong. CD-ROM is in. At least we know the components work, so that's good. Okay, let's just make sure we have black to black down there. Power is in. Keyboard is to the front. I have to clean up a little bit here. This is the stuff that came out of it. A very nice Yamaha YMF 262 crystal. Packard Bell branded. I think it's a pretty basic card, but it works. Sound card, yeah. And this is the TVGA 8900A or B. This one is, it's okay for the 25 megahertz system, but it's got the old jumper select on the front of it. Not the jumper, the switches on the front for like EGA and stuff. And authentic CR562B 2-speed CD-ROM, which works, which is driven off that card. So that's what was in there before. And the reason I moved all that is so that I can get my awesome test keyboard here. And we'll get another pass through because this one's kind of stiff. Give me a pass through here. This one I rebuilt. Oh, that's a. Yeah, I think this is one I rebuilt. This is not what I need anyways. This is the opposite of what I need. All right. Oh, nope, it's the opposite of what I need. All right. Well, you know what? I'll just use that. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's right here. All right. Plug that into the front of the machine. Oh, it's that's on a weird angle. Okay, that's in. Let's give it some video. We'll give it a mouse. Why not? We'll give it everything because it might just work for a shot. I don't know. That's rarely the case, but we'll see. We'll see. And power. Okay, so. Okay, let's see how well that went. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a power LED. No turbo LED though. Oh, we got stuff on the screen. All right. 8 megs of RAM. The floppy drives have to be set up, I think. Yeah, they're going. I don't know if the hard drive is set up. I don't even hear the hard drive because I didn't even plug it in. Sweet. Okay, while I'm in there, I'm going to turn the turbo LED around. Because that one's not showing anything. But other than that, I had power right off the bat. And the hard drive LED also was on. What is this? This is for... I saw loose power. There it is. Okay. Yeah, didn't put the Molex into the hard drive. So, yeah. And since we know at the very least, what do you call it? The I/O card did try to seek the drive, so we can screw that one down already. It's giving me some resistance here. Using the smaller screws. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, Okay, one of the videos here. Okay, video and I/O are in. Hard drive's connected. Turbo is still not working. Actually, here, let's do that again because there's a good way to see if the turbo button is working. Yep, okay, so that's in the right orientation. And it's booting. Nice. I have to select the secondary drive there. It found the CD-ROM. And let's see if the sound card works. Actually, Wolfenstein would probably be better. What the hell is that? And it's coming in. Oh, I know why. Okay, I know what's happening here. I don't know why the LED for turbo isn't working. There we go. Okay, well, I don't know what I did. Oh, right. I should probably also enter the BIOS and double check everything. All right, so it's hard drive is installed, no D drive, floppy drive B 1.2 meg. Wednesday, March 1st, 8 o'clock. It's a little bit behind on the time. What time is it actually? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, it's about 3 minutes off. So everything here is good. I put it up on C boot first, then A because it has an overlay. So if you put a floppy drive diskette in there to boot it, it's not going to like it. It's not going to see the drive basically because the overlay is installed on the master boot record, which it has to see first before the OS. It's an overlay. So this is the overlay. So if you just boot off that, if you diskette it, you won't see the hard drive. Okay, let's try Doom this time. I think this was configured with the Sound Blaster card. Turn it down because otherwise my kid's gonna come down here and want to play it. Well, I won't let him play Doom, obviously. He's 4, but he's gonna come down here and be like, "What are you doing? Let's play Micro Machines." Okay, there it is. The sound effects worked perfect. All right, let's see Windows. Nice. Okay, so yeah, I think this is just pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna test the CD-ROM, I guess. Right on, we'll get this roly-poly Ollie. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, bunch of stuff on here, all the entertainment packs. So that is working. We can get out of here. And shut her down one more time. And screw down the sound card. So, I mean, yeah, that was the only issue was the turbo LED. And I don't know why it wasn't working the first time because I switched to polarity. And then I switched to polarity again, and it worked. So, weird. Anyways, it is working as it should be. Everything is secure. All the cables are in. The battery is mounted to the side. Obviously, the power is connected correctly. So we'll just get a quick look at the front here one last time. So the keyboard connects through here. So that's that pass-through thing I was talking about. It's a really nice case. I mean, I'm not a fan of this like late '80s stuff here, like little MFM wannabe little hard drive. I don't know. I mean, I don't even like the fake floppy panel covers that they had. Let me see if I have one. You guys ever seen it? I think I might have one in here somewhere. I have one of those full MFM things. See the ridges there? Like the 5 1/4 bays. Used to have those. Oops. I'm just gonna make a giant. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The fake floppy. Like, what is that? Yeah, you got this, and then you got this underneath. That needs retro brighting like nothing. I mean, I guess the cool thing about if you have one of these, you can make a CF adapter. Like you can like epoxy one into here, and then you can connect the LED to it. I mean that's why I kept it. I mean, I might do something like that with my other 386 later, but yeah. But just as a general aesthetic, it's like that just looks dumb. It's like blanks on a luxury car. You got the base model. You got all the cover. You got all the blanks on the switches and shit like that. That's what that makes me think of. Anyways, let's test the CD-ROM. Actually, let's just test everything. CD is going in. Go in, CD. Okay. And what do I need? To test everything else, I need a floppy diskette. So first we'll go to D. DIR. I can hear it spitting up. Perfect. That works. Now I'm going to take a diskette. I don't know what's on here. NSSI is in here. Take my test CD out. It goes back on the wall. Hey, drive. DIR. Okay, I've got stuff on it. I can maybe run something off it. Let that run while I look for a 5 1/4. I know I've got him here somewhere. There's something back there. Oh, there's a whole stack. What am I talking about? Let's just pick from one of these many discs. I know that this one works. So. You know what? I'm actually going to include one of these. Oh, that's because... Yeah, it's getting excited about something. Because there's a drive overlay installed, and it thinks it's a virus because the boot sector isn't what it's used to. But anyways, this is running off the floppy drive, so it's AMD 386, 40 megahertz, 8 megs, 1 meg video, 1.25 gig hard drive. Everything is being reported correctly. So some benchmarks went on since we're here. Mouse works? Yeah. Okay. CPU performance. Well, it's just a hair underneath what a DX40 should be. Turn off the turbo, and it goes down to about just above 25, but nowhere near a 33. So yeah, 25 megahertz in non-turbo mode, and maybe with some memory timing, we can bring that up a little bit. So cool. Let's get out of this. I wish to exit the program. Of course I do. Let's go to the B drive. Okay, and NSSI, I guess I can run NSSI off of this if I wanted to, just to be sure the drive like properly works. And I said I might include a diskette with just to protect the drive. I don't really care about what's on these. Some of them have cool stuff on there, so I don't know. I'll see what's on this one maybe. Yeah, it's an overlay. Relax. Okay, same thing. So that worked off the B drive, no problem. That is going back into its holder. And I'm going to see what's on this guy. I don't know. I know it's a 360K disc and it's pretty mangled. Like it's all like that. So I like to put these in B drives, 5 1/4 drives, for transport purposes. Oh, it has stuff on it. That's a mouse driver from like 1988. Whoops. Okay, mouse dot bat. What is that? This is interesting. What if I run it? No, I don't think I... No, I scanned all these. I did. I antivirus scanned all these. So it should be good. I'm curious. tablet or port is not responding. Use config Pensmith. IS1 tablet. I don't know what that is. But I'm going to keep this software because that might be useful. I might look it up one day. Probably the disk will suffer from bit rot long before I get to it. But okay. Let's put another diskette in. See what's on this one. It's from like 1995. What's libref.exe? Clocks.zip. Okay, that, I don't know. Do I want to get rid of this? Okay, we'll try one more. If I don't find something, let's try that. If not, then we'll put that one back in there. That's in there now. Screw it. I probably should have kept all those broken diskettes. This one's making noise. Adresse. This is some sort of French thing. Okay. Nothing against the French. But I might just put this one away, as I don't know what this address program does. Let's type the install. That. I guess let's just install it. I mean, there's room on the hard drive. Why the hell not? All right, let's install this random program. Installing address.exe on drive C. Press any key to continue. Please wait. Copying files. Okay, interesting. Oh. It's cracked. Okay. Address, personal database. Okay, well, Polish guy made it. Joe Grancharski. Sick. Movies. View. We don't have any movies in here. Okay. How do I leave? Exit F10. Okay. Do we have any addresses? View. We don't have any addresses. Okay. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to keep this program. Damn. You know what? Okay, whatever. You know what? There's nothing left of this video. It's just going to be me screwing around with diskettes. So that is it for now. So do zobaczenia, do następnego razu, and be well and stay safe. Just going to not turn that off, but I got to turn the feed off. Okay. Peace.